But I promise you this: I will bring that same compassion to the challenges we face today. I will unite our country, not with words, but with action. I will work day in and day out to deliver for you. This government will have integrity, professionalism, and accountability at every level.
It's the coalition of chaos. It's the Guardian reading, tofu eating, wokarati.
Thank you for listening to Two Talking Arseholes. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and may deal with adult topics and adult themes.
Brownstown, we're with you when you fight. Brownstown, bark with the dogs tonight. Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
Verwundert.
Ooh, happy Halloween! Look at that. That frightened you, didn't I? It's October the 31st. It's our It's not even our Halloween episode. It's just October the 31st. Happy birthday to my son. But welcome to Talking to Our Souls with me, Steve, Halloween Hen. And over there we have...
I'm Brown. Can I have a go at being Prime Minister? Mr. Singh.
See, I really wanted to do Halloween, but no. I'm Brown. Can I have a go?
I was quite impressed with your editing there, with him standing at the, what do you call it?
Lectern.
You've made him look taller.
That took me ages. I thought it'd be funny. I wanted to. If I'd had more time, I'd have done it like excellently. But there is the new Prime Minister. I've called it right last week. I was convinced Johnson had a chance of coming back, but apparently he thought it was better for the country. Bollocks! He didn't get enough votes. If he'd got enough votes, he would have stood, because he would have been a shoo-in with the membership. I
think the theme tune to the podcast, I think you should send it to him. Because it is a brown town.
It is a brown town in London town. But I don't. Oh God, I'm gonna walk down a very, very casual racist route here. I don't look at it in that. I know the world's gone mad and said, "Yay, it's our first South Asian." Is that what they've decided is the better way of saying it?
He's Indian,
but. Yeah, he's Indian. He's also fucking rich, and he's short. And it's the rich and shortness that gets me, not the ethnicity of our Prime Minister. But I could send it to him if you want. But it's not because I would send him ABBA's Money, Money, Money myself. But
he's not short, is he? He's not like.
Well, I really was looking. I did have to saved it. When he did his first budget and he's standing there at the stairs and everyone is just so tall, and then like he's in the middle like with his case.
There's a video online, and he's saying he's at school. And he's talking to kids, talking about soft drinks, and he goes, "Oh yes, you've probably seen it. I love Coke.
Yeah, I'm a Coke addict. I'm a Coke addict.
Right, I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking like, what is it? That's being Conservative Party member. I think you've got to have that on your undisclosed CV, isn't it? That you love.
He loves Coke.
Calm down.
Well, he's back as well, ain't he?
Yeah, Mr. Cocaine Head is back. We've got a whole... Well, I don't know. I mean, we've still stuck with Cleverly, and we're still stuck with... Well, are we stuck with Cruella Braverman? Because she's back, but did she go away? I don't get it. I don't get how they said that she's been punished for 6 days, and then she's been given her the same job back. I mean, she was sacked. Surely she'd have been sacked for the same reason. The government haven't really changed. We've just got a new Prime Minister. It's doing my head in.
He's done it so I can keep him on side, because he'd rather have them...
Pissing out of the tent rather than pissing in.
Does he like that?
No, Trump does.
What's that?
Boris probably does. He probably does. But yeah, let's not talk about urinating prime ministers. But no, I think there's a deal that was done. I think because she came out very early to support him after she dropped Boris when she didn't think he'd have enough. And something cleverly, for fuck's sake, don't be too gay. Just be a little gay.
Oh, how tall do you have to be then?
No,
5'7",
not,
5'6"?
well, you've got to be taller than our prime minister to get in on this ride.
I can imagine the Qatari at the airport. If you're above 5'5" and gay, you're not coming in.
No, apparently you can come in if you're gay. You're not allowed to talk about it. You're not allowed to show public affection, and you will get arrested if you are. I've learned how to say the name of the country. Qatar. That's it. Thank you very much.
Qatar.
No, Qatar.
Qatar?
Qatar.
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 I suppose Qatar is like, isn't it, where you get back of your throat?
No, that's a guitar. Qatar. It's like a cough. Qatar.
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 Klingon to me.
A woman with a blade. Qatar.
That explains a lot.
Australians came out and said,
Yeah, but they're not.
Wag their finger. I like wagging your finger is not the same as I refuse to play in the World Cup.
Yeah, but they're not qualified for the World Cup, have they? So they can... I don't think they have. I need to check this. Hold on.
Oh, that was an excellent laugh. That was because it covered up my phone.
Let's check this teams in the World Cup 2022. I'm pretty sure they're not in it.
Are you sure? Because if you
I'm wrong. They're in Group D with France, Denmark, and Tunisia.
Wrong.
They need to delete everything about her, don't they?
That is a disgrace.
Because why would you come out and say we're going to wag our Australian fingers at you, but we're still going to play in the game?
Well, you know my feelings about it. World Cup in Qatar.
Qatar, the World Cup in Qatar. Do you know, if I've got it wrong, I'm going to look a right dick, aren't I? Somebody rang in the radio and said that our protest should be, instead of taking the knee, that each footballer should find another footballer and kiss them before they start the game.
I was going to say take both knees.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds very rude. I'm going to take you on both knees.
I was to get, when you get down on both knees and just assume the position.
I do know that frequently, Av. Yes. Yeah. No, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting in Qatar. Qatar. So we can talk all the way about that, can't we? In a couple of weeks. Oh, Ant and Dec are coming in early to Australia because of the Qatar World Cup. Rishi obviously was going on about he's a Saints fan. That's nice to know, isn't it?
He ain't no bloody saint, though, is he?
Oh, Av the other day posted something on his Facebook. I thought it was hilarious, so I've done something for you, Av. Here you go.
I will work day in and day out to deliver for you.
It made me laugh. Did anyone tell you off for it?
I was a bit concerned about it, but I think being Indian myself, I can take the mick, I suppose, can't I?
I do think it's important that you take the mick out of people in authority. The fact that and this is what I don't think we should make a big deal about his race or heritage. We should attack him for being rich and short and the Prime Minister. Not, it's really positive that unfortunately he's a Conservative, that we have a Prime Minister of South Asian persuasion.
I was watching GB News, as I do.
As you do.
As I do. Yeah, I was listening to Nigel. I think it was in Boris's constituency. So how many people here have confidence in Rishi Sunak? Like 2 people with their hands up. And I was not interested. But he was just... I don't know whether it's the fact that he's pissed off because he's thinking, got an Indian. Should have closed the borders 40 odd years ago. Stop these bastards coming in. but it's too late now, isn't it? So
no, of course it's too fucking late. It's too late, and it's not a big deal. There's a guy rang the radio today, and no one had any patience for him. Do you know what he said? I'm not racist. He said, when everyone starts like that, I don't have a problem with these people. All that, and he goes, but right, there's a but, and this is his but, right? We're a small country. That if you say we're a small country, you probably are a racist. We may be a small country, but since Brexit, we've got a lot of room for people to come and work. A lot of room.
Going back to GB News, there was a chap he's from New Zealand.
He can't stop talking about GB. I'm gonna have to watch it tonight.
His name is Dan Wootton. He writes for the Daily Mail. He's got his own show.
I've heard him.
He's a big Boris supporter. Right, he's not having it that Rishi's Prime Minister because he stabbed Boris in the back. He was calling him Fishy Rishi.
Nick Abbott on LBC started calling him Fishy Rishi years ago. He was fishy as in we didn't know where the money was going. But then he's a twat, old Dan Wootton, whereas Nick Abbott's not a twat. He used to call Meghan Markle Princess Sparkle, which I thought was hilarious. I do think short term it's all right, but the thing is, I don't think he's actually, because of his cabinet choices, because he's had his hands tied, I don't know if it's going to be a smooth run, and I think it might all implode in March. I'm going to say March, and if it hasn't imploded by March, then we might be on a little better. But then everyone's going to be everyone is going to be in trouble anyway.
But I think he's coming, and it's just obviously him coming in, set the market stand. But this has nothing to do with him. But just listening on the news earlier on, and the price of gas has dropped by 2/3.
Really? That's a huge drop.
Now they're saying it won't be even that much over the winter.
It'll be interesting to see what Richie does. I'm calling him Richie now.
Rishi Sunak.
Richie.
Sunak, knick-knack, paddywhack.
Sunak, knick-knack. You can't say paddywhack. I've done you a thing. I did your little picture of your mate knick-knack. Here he is. Sunak. Good night to the bonds. See what I did? See?
Very clever. Very clever.
The gilts. Good night to the bonds. Sunak. But he won't be James Bond.
He's got bigger ears than Prince Charles, you know that?
Couldn't he?
King Charles. King Charles.
Oh, shit. Right. Do that again. Do big ears.
He's got...
Did you see Friday Night Live? That was back with Ben Elton.
I've heard about it. And you know something, Steve? I listened to GB News and all these other stations, right? And radio stations talking about it. They didn't even talk about it on normal news. They talked about some of the radio stations. I think, well, if she can get a cock out, what's the big deal about
Jerry Sadowitz?
Jerry Sadowitz getting out?
I went to see him on Friday night.
Oh yes, you can tell us about it. Yeah, nice segue. Well, it wasn't. It's not nice now because I've stated it's a good segue. When I said it.
Yeah, but, I haven't actually seen him yet because this is actually recorded before. So I'm going to see him tomorrow. We should have a book on who's going first. Cruella, Cleverly, or Williamson.
It's got to be Cruella, ain't it? They're not letting go of dodgy emails.
But even the security forces are worried about what she's doing. They're teaching her how to behave in Parliament.
Do you know what? Do you know what happened exactly?
I think she sent it to her phone because she couldn't, so she could read it somewhere else, and then she sent it to someone else. She
sent it to her own email.
That's
right.
What said.
And then she forwarded it from her own email to a fellow MP.
I think she sent it to her phone because she couldn't, so she could read it somewhere else, and then she sent it to someone else.
But I don't think it's security clearance. Then she also thought she emailed it to his wife, but it wasn't his wife.
Him. Oh, it was his girlfriend.
Don't know who it was, but that person reported her for sending that to her.
Oh, she's a twat. I don't. She shouldn't have sent it. That's the thing. She shouldn't have sent it to her own email address because that's not what you do.
If she sent it directly to an unauthorized person, then it's traced, isn't it?
That's it. Well, they would have stopped it.
Yeah, but if she sent it to her own email, she said, "Well, I must have sent it by mistake to my own email." But then I can't track that who she's forwarded to.
I don't know. I think she's going to stay longer. I think she'll stay longer. I think Flip Flop might go as well.
Nadine Zahawi. Yeah.
No, yeah, this one.
He's the worst as well, isn't he? They're all backstabbing bastards.
But he's jumped ship on everyone. Like 29 minutes, I think it was. 29 minutes from going from Boris to Richie.
Wanted a job, that's why.
Of course he does. They're all waiting for a job, aren't they? Because they think they're going to lose it all. But they might not now. I don't think Harmony's going to come. And that wasn't an ex-girlfriend of mine. I try my best to be rude and dirty. But that wasn't very rude or very dirty. So what else have we got to talk about, Av?
Well, Prince Harry's announced the name of his book.
I thought you got the name wrong there. I thought you said Prince Andrew's announce of his book. Announce of his book. Yeah, but it was going to come out earlier, wasn't it? But now it's been delayed till next year.
January, and it's called Spare.
Do you know why it's called Spare? Because
apparently he was the spare in case...
he was the spare. They always have a spare, the royal family. She had to have sex with him twice.
He's the only ginger.
I mean, there's no connection, honestly, no connection between Harry and Major James Hewitt, just because they had red hair and apparently he was good friends with his mother. There's no proof that they are the same.
He was caught wearing a Nazi uniform at a party, so...
Hey, we've all been there, mate. All been there.
If there's one thing that confirms that he's part of the royal family, it's that German heritage, isn't it?
That is very true. Old Philippe. But he was Greek, though, wasn't he?
It's the Windsors are German, aren't they?
9. The more mixed race we have in this country, the better. So let's bring the Germans in as well as the French and the Polish. Oh, no, we can't, can we? Because we decided not to.
No, you're going to have Indians coming in.
That's the funny thing, isn't it? Because they were saying they didn't want to be in Europe because they don't like the dark faces. It's opened up a whole new... What's the word? A whole new corridor from a different part of the continent.
Hey, can't go wrong with some Indians, you know? No, they're all right, you know.
Well, but that's... Well, I tell you what, I'll start believing in Indians are good when we get one as a fucking Prime Minister.
He's 100% Indian, he is.
Is he 100%?
He's 100% Indian.
I thought he was second generation. They were saying he was second generation. Does that
his
mean
mom,
he is...
They were actually from Africa, weren't they? They came from Africa.
You'd been funny if you said they're actually from Peckham.
Cruella, she's... She's Buddhist, and I think she's half Mauritius. Well, my French teacher at secondary school was from Mauritius, and he was called Mr. Johnny.
Johnny?
Johnny. He got some grief easy to tell you.
Have you got a rubber Johnny? Is that what they used to say?
He used to give him some grief about that name.
we had a guy called Woodcock, and everyone used to call him Timberdick.
We had at primary school. We had a teacher called Mr. Sexton.
No, that must be a bit protracted.
And when I was a kid, I had a doctor, large, rotund, middle-aged guy, and he just had a goatee beard, no moustache, and he was Dr. Dyke.
But did you know what a dyke was then?
No.
No.
Yeah, but I thought it was a funny name, Dr. Dyke.
So I never knew what a dyke was until I got married.
We drifted away from Harry, haven't we? Ginger. From Ginger. But,
Oh, the Ginger. Yes, the nonce. No, that's his uncle. What? He's called the spare because he's had a spare. He's a spare. But do we know what's in the book?
Words.
Is it a kiss and tell? I mean, is it, or is it like what? It's got to be, hasn't it?
I think he's watered it down since the Queen passed away. But I don't.
Thought he'd water it up. If she's dead, he could say things about her that no one can dispute.
No, because I think they're surprised about the country's reaction and the world's reaction to her. I still want to know who asked Asked him about the baby being dark.
I'm pretty sure it's Camilla.
You reckon?
I could imagine her thinking it was funny. The only way you can get away with saying stuff like that is if you think, oh, this would be funny if I say it. Because if you really meant it, it would be your mate, Philip. And I can't see it being Charles. I don't suppose we'll ever know.
Hopefully it says it in the book. Can't just say it and not point out who it was.
We've had a go at Rishi's cabinet, a bit of gingeritis, and you're a bit upset that we're going to get rid of Liz Truss.
That is a disgrace.
Do you think she'll come back?
No. She should call her Liz. Get on the bus, Truss.
But didn't you hear Rishi said he wanted to bring back Truss? He said that in his speech. He said, I want to bring back Truss in this country.
Oh, God.
He did. Okay, Av wants to go now because he doesn't think that was funny. All right, then. Well, have a good week. I will see you next week.
Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share this because it will help us. And don't forget to tune in next week, 8 p.m. Mondays. Ta-ra!